What issues are we having then, Charlie?
So the issue we're going to have to try and cross now is the previous guy never intended to ever remove the skirting for the next 1,000 years on, and they've CT1'd it, plumber's favourite trick, CT1. And the skirting is some new modern stuff, which is MDF, multi-density fibreboard. So as I'm trying to pry it off the wall and gently not crack the tiles, like rock wool, I'm just pulling away the board in layers. So I've got to try and gently get in there and listen for cracks, snapples and pops, like it's Kellogg's. Alright then, first bit of electrics with Mitch here, Michael.
Yeah, so basically this radiator was in our way, and as I took it off, I realised that the feed was going to the left side. This plug was on the right side and the cable was straight across. There was no slack on it, it wasn't clipped down, it was straight across. So I want to move that over while we're taking off this skirting. We can quite easily move it over. Obviously I want to make sure that it's off first, and this is not an official means of testing voltage, but I'm comfortable with it, so that's what I'm going to use. And Charlie's going to hit the switch and verify that I have got voltage there, and he's going to turn it off, and off goes my voltage. So I'm just going to remove this. Once we rip up a bit more of the floor, I'll then move that socket and we'll continue going. And yeah, if you like what you're hearing in this video, smash the like button and subscribe for more from Michael the Electrician.
Is this safe?
Sorry?
Is this safe?
Electrically? Yeah, because it's isolated, but I'll just push that back in.
All I need to do is rip that skirting off and then we can keep bringing this flooring up, I think.
Right, what now, boss? So you want to remove that little bit?
Yeah, we want to get that little bit out, and then we want to chisel all down the side here and just remove all the dead, rotten old flooring.
We're going to cut that?
Yeah, we can cut that, or just, yeah, we'll just see where it breaks off.
Okay.
Don't think it's going to go too far, is it?
Goes all the way to the back wall. Oh no, actually, no, it stops just past, about an inch and a half.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So
these old plumbers, they're not like us chips. Right.
You want to switch places? I'm in the trainers on site gang today.
Yep.
With you. It's a rare treat.
Safety Nikes on, mate.
Yeah.
Where do you think that cable comes up?
You can see it coming up if you look at where. Yeah. Would you say replace it as well? It doesn't.
What?
That heater. That
Oil heater.
Because it's meant to be a wall one, and only half of it gets hot.
Yeah.
It's like not very good.
Yeah. Then I would, because the baffles are the wrong way. You're trying to let the water rise, and the baffles are like that.
There's not a pipe each side. There's one pipe at the top, so no hot water actually goes down the fins, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'd consider it, but yeah, don't, like you know your limit, and you draw your line at your limit. Right guys, it is just gone 10 o'clock. This is where we're at. And this is, I might call this video like a bit of a 24-hour challenge. But at this point, I just wanted to talk to the camera and say, in my professional opinion, I do not recommend going back on top of, I'm going to call it damp joists. They're not rotten, they're still solid.
Yeah, not ideal, is it?
It's far from ideal. And in a realistic world, this I would want to see dry out before I go back on top of it, but there's still strength there. It's not like you can get your hammer and wreck the joist, basically. So, you know, I'm standing on it. There is plenty of strength there, but I just want to state in my professional opinion, I've recommended to replace this, but we don't have the opportunity. So for context, that is not feasible, as this needs to be repaired and fixed today. So before you get in the comments, I know what I would do, and I'm stating what I would do, but I'm just nicely saying, for context, that is not possible today. Spoke with the customer understands but the requirements of today's job is this needs to be done tonight. And it's Sunday the 2nd of February, shop shut at 4. We're going to go shopping at Wickes in a moment, and we would have loved to have replaced this vanity unit. However, like a knitted jumper, repair jobs like this are like a piece of string, and you nicely have to like say, no, that's the limit, we're going to stop here. And I'll show you this for context, guys. I would have liked to have replaced this while you got the opportunity, and we kind of wanted to get under there. But right here in the bath, someone has notched the bath. So if I go and change this, I'm then chasing my tail with a bath, and it's a piece of string. Where do you stop? So I have to draw a line. That is some context of today's job that we're doing here. So yeah, me and Mitch are just going to have a bit of a clear up, make sure this is nice and tidy, open the window, whack some heating on, and give it as much chance as we can for drying out. But yeah, my professional opinion, if I could and I had the opportunity for context, I would replace these joists. I would rip the whole bathroom out, but I don't have that opportunity. So there's a bit of context on the job. You can say what you want in the comments, and I may agree or disagree with you, but you're entitled to your opinion. But for context, I've got 24 hours, well, I've not got 24 hours, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3,
7 hours, or didn't we?
4. I've got 6 hours. 1 to go and find my bits and get into town, and then
one of those things. It is what it is.
It is what it is, but that's
Yeah. We'll make do with what we can do, what we've got.
Yeah.
Unfortunate, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles, mate.
It is. So, voice your opinions, please. You're entitled to your opinions. However, there's your context of today's job, and that is why we're doing what we're doing today. I'll see you in the next one.
Mate, like, I can't understand why they've notched the bath. Like, I'm no professional, but like, I'd notch this wood, and then you can reinforce it, strengthen it up again. But what, the fiberglass bath? Like, why would you notch that? I can't get my head around it.
With these rounds and like these corners and stuff.
Yeah.
That is where the bath retains its strength.
Yeah, you've created a point here on where this where these two cuts. You created a point there. That's now a weak spot, which could then crack down and give you a whole host of problems. Like, as the floor moves over time, all of a sudden that's going to take a bit more weight. That'll go.
Right.
Mate, I can't get my head around that.
It's bad, but
yeehaw!
yeah, that is the kind of stuff you come up against in properties. There is no right or wrong, but for context, you don't know what that person was up against when they've done that job. So I'm sure they had their reasons for it, but with today's context, if we had the opportunity, we would do better. But for context, we don't have the opportunity, so we're not able to do better. This is almost like a DIY SOS. And we've literally got like 24 hours. The customer's coming home. If it's not done by the end of the day, one of us is getting laid out.
Yeah, did I say he's an MMA fighter? He'll have you.
He or she will lay us out in the street cold. Right, let's get on with it. So for context, customers, like, one of the top questions that we're often asked is like, how long do you think you'll be on the job? Like, how long will it take?
Mate, there's a simple answer to why we take so long.
And in today's video sponsor, Ginge plus Kelly in 2008. If you're somewhere in the Norfolk area and you built something like an extension in 2008, shout out to you guys for today's video sponsor. Right, it's time to make a list, guys. So, read out a list, Mitchell.
So Michael the electrician. We've got 100mm Celotex
For the floor,
We've got 22mm chipboard,
to go on top of the joists for the floor.
12mm ply,
For the bath panel,
inspection hat,
so that we don't have to damage the bath panel in the future.
a possible radiator, which we'll look into
Yeah,
to
yeah,
replace
yeah,
the one that was there already. So we've got ironmongery,
Right, for those little bits. Skirting, flooring, lino and skirting, then that's the flooring dealt with.
we've got skirting and lino, and then that looks about
We need a 2-inch donut, preferably Krispy Kreme.
Now you've said that, it's got to be done. Some Krispy Kremes are on the way.
Yeah, we need a 2-inch donut for the back of this toilet system on the flush.
1/4 inch donut. There we go.
Then we want some tubes of white silicone. We'll make the silicone good.
Yep, white silicone.
Yeah, potentially a radiator. We'll have a look at a radiator because, for context, we know that that's a vertical radiator that's on the wall, but we're on a time scale and a budget for context.
Yeah. So we'll see what options they've got. If no options, we'll put the old one back on. It's not ideal. It doesn't hit up properly because it's not made for that. But we'll see what we can do. We'll try to help out where we can.
Yeah. I've got some timber on the van for more noggins. We're going to reinforce the floor before we put the floor back. And yeah, lino, bath panels, inspection hatch, toilet, silicone, skirting, possible radiator. I think we're good. Let's go shopping. Shopping?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Here the clients come to inspect the work.
Right then guys, there we go. We've been shopping. We've got our list. It's time to get back to the job. Where are we?
You smell something?
Yeah, I can smell something.
Wait, Mackey's?
Did you just say Mackey's?
I think I did. I think there it is. Mackey's.
Is it this junction or the next junction? That's the pub. What's the van doing? Put the indicator on. I'm trying to fight it, but...
There we go.
Drive through. Will we get round?
I don't know. If not, parking at the end there. Yeah, park there then. Just reverse back and park in there. There's no one behind you.
There's one moving there.
No.
Hold on.
No, he could have gone, mate. He could have gone.
They're queuing there.
Oh, is that still recording?
Right then guys, so we've been Celotexing this floor, we've been to Wix, we've got our stuff. They weren't cool with filming, so we just didn't bother. Yeah, basically you want this to be nice and tight, and if it's not tight, I'll show you in a minute what you can do, but don't be taking the mick. Get it as tight as you possibly can. So this wants to be 415. What is this? So that wants to be probably 215. Right, press that there. Pinch the tape like we do with plasterboard. 215. Just drag back. And then we'll cut it down to size in a second. Let the saw do the work. So now we've got that. Now, if you need to, do this. Just put a bit of weight on it. Flip that upside down, and now you should just see a crease. There and there. And be careful you don't scratch your bath when you're leaning on your bath like this. There is a good example of tight. That's how tight it wants to be. Don't want it really, you don't want it to be blistering up and splitting the top edges out, but if it does, it's not the end of the world. At least you know it's in there and it's not moving for the rest of its life. Right, now then, the next problem we have. This is CLS, which is like 96mm by 38, I think, and regular 4x2 C24, which is treated stress grade structural timber, would have been 97 100mm if it's wet by 47. So our 100mm Celotex is just sitting proud. So we're going to cut these squares, and then we're going to have to plane a bit off the back. I'm going to use a little bit of the U value and the thermal insulation, but it's not the end of the world. It's better that it obviously fits and the floor goes down over the U value. And the stuff that price that this stuff costs, we're not buying 2 or 3 different sheets. Right then guys, probably should have I'm always getting ahead of the game. Probably should have thought about my noggins before I started Celotexing, but there we go. That's all done. That's Celotex under there. I've just notched that out. That's a board pickup. I'm going to put a board pickup on top of the Celotex there. And then, yeah, that's like basically all of our perimeter nog. So we've got board pickup. And yeah, in a minute, we're going to start laying flooring. And I'll talk to you about laying the chipboard flooring. And some added context. I would have loved to have left this a week. I would have loved to have treated these joists, but I've hit them with a hammer. I've identified they're still solid. They're just very damp. So hopefully now that we're stopping the leak, we've got moisture resistant board. There's going to be a small transfer, but nothing you need to worry about. So as long as the leak is now stopped, we're golden and we can carry on. Right then guys, we've got a time lapse going, but I thought I would still bring you in here and we'll have a little chat. So you can't, I need to pick you up tonight. I was going to say, you probably can see that thinking about it, but yeah, better if I do this. Anyway, when I cut my board to a size, I mark out my joists and we glue, and then we can just, so awkward to do stuff one-handed. There we go. Right, so that's in there. I won't, in fact, yeah, I will, because I want to know where that finishes. Yep, that's good. That's finishing on that joist. It doesn't have to. If the joists are more than a 400 span, then they need a board pickup. Well, they do need a board pickup. I'm saying ideally. Let me give you the correct information. If your joists are more than 400, they should have a board pickup. But there's like loads of like, is it 18 mil? Is it 22? Anything more than a 400 gap, support the board. Right, so yeah, that's that in there. We need to see Michael. Where's Mitch? We're tripping each other up now. He's robbing my tools and it's slowing me up. Ideally, I like to use 5s. I'm not sure if I've got any 5s. What are these? 590s, I bet. So I'm going to have to use... All right, I'll be all right because I know what's under here, but these are a little long. Ideally, I like to use like 550s, but we got to do what we got to do. So 60, 80 mil in from that edge, 60, 80 mil in from that edge, and then straight down the center. Across a 600 board, you should have 3 and no more gaps than 400 apart. Golden. Right then guys, so we need to do this next piece. We've got this electrical cable to worry about. So I'm gonna hook on my joist and then come over to here, 38.5 inches or 980 millimeters. Let's go. And I've got to get that screw out. Right then, so this is the hard part. Back out here, get the tools out, shut the van, this up on here, and then we want to go 980. And I want to keep the big bit, so I'm going to throw that over this edge here, and that can come off as waste. Luckily, let me get this rail set up, here we go. I have that groove in the bottom of my base, so I can just use this saw like a track saw, and we can crash this out. Turn that around to here, and just get ready to catch the offcut. For the people that don't know how these work, there is a splinter guard for anti-flick out, and there is 2 foam parts to this track saw. When that sits down on the material, it stops it from sliding around. Let's pack away, clear the rubbish up. So once we get in here and we've got this board down, I just like to slide it back and forth so that I know where my potential joists are going to be. And then obviously I need to flip that up. I need to glue it. And to stop squeaking, I'm going to do this. There we go. Right. These 4s are okay, but they just don't really fully grip. You certainly won't let it slide or move, but by having a bigger surface area with like a 5, you've got more thread, you've got more grip. Right then guys, last bit. So again, I just hook on here. I don't need to go all the way to the wall. I'm just coming over here. 99, shall I do 90? Yeah, I could do 99 on this one. Right then guys, and then I pretty much just mark my double Know that I've got one there, and know that I've got one there. I've got 410 that side, 400 this side. I will double check that it fits. And then we'll just glue this up quick. All right, there we go. Everything's glued up. Like my little whammy bar. Not sure, maybe Mitch has got it. Just need that to come along here a bit more. There we go, that's better. That's more like where I want to be. Nice. Just to tighten up this end, I will put that in there. Wang that up tight. Then I'll come this end and I'll wang my claw in there and just twist it, and we'll do this one up tight. And that is us pretty cool. That's us sorted. I only really need 2 in this one, although I will do my board pickups. So there we go. That is this 4 patched in. So there we go, guys. If you like what you've seen so far, pretty please smash the like button, subscribe for more, comment below anything you need to know or want to ask, and stay tuned for more. See you in the next bit.